All right, today we are breaking down HAYWIRE. This is a tactical tabletop game that, well, it puts you right in the boots of an elite operator on a super covert mission. So this right here, this is the absolute core of the game. You're outnumbered, you're deep behind enemy lines, but you've got this one single advantage. They have no idea you're coming. At least, not yet. So how does a mission like this actually play out? We're going to walk through it moment by moment, like we're right there on the ground with the team. Okay, let's get into it. And hey, don't just take my word for it. The designer himself, Martin Krasseman, nails it with this quote. It's fast-paced, it's tactical, and you can play it by yourself or with a buddy. It's basically designed from the ground up to feel like one of those high-stakes special ops missions you see in movies. Okay, so what really makes this game tick? What makes it different? Well, it's all built around this idea of asymmetry. It basically creates this incredibly tense cat-and-mouse game.
And here's what that looks like. On one side, you've got your team, a small elite squad, highly trained, you know exactly what the mission is. You are the hunter. On the other side, a much, much larger force. They're not as skilled, sure, but they have the numbers. And the biggest thing, they are completely unaware that you're even in the country. They're the hunted. But, and this is a big but, that can change in a heartbeat.
Right. Before you even put boots on the ground, you've got to set up the mission. And here's the kicker. You don't actually know where the enemy is. That uncertainty, that's everything in this game. In this whole setup process, it's not just putting pieces on a board. It's basically your mission briefing. So first you'll place these little threat tokens all over the map. Now, a token could be an enemy patrol, it could be an innocent civilian, or it could be absolutely nothing. You just don't know. Then you mark where enemy reinforcements might show up. And finally, you pick your team, your elite operators, each with their own special skills and gear. You're essentially building the puzzle of the mission before you even start solving it. Okay, setup's done. Your team is on the ground. Now it's your turn. And from this moment on, every single choice you make could be the difference between success and failure. The whole game revolves around something called action points, or AP. It's simple. Every one of your operators gets 2 AP per turn. You can think of it like, well, like tactical currency. And you have got to spend it wisely if you want to stay hidden and get the drop on the enemy. So, for example, your operator can use one of those AP to just move. A quick 6-inch dash to get behind some solid cover. Smart move, using the environment. Now, for their second action, they could spend that last AP to sneak. It's slower, you only move 3 inches, maybe hugging a wall. So what's the trade-off? Well, an operator who's sneaking is way, way harder for the bad guys to spot. But here's the real game changer. Let's say another operator uses both of their AP to stalk into an overwatch position, maybe in a window. Now, as long as they don't move or shoot, they are literally a ghost. The AI just can't see them. It's the perfect way to set up a devastating ambush. Look, you can't stay a ghost forever. Sooner or later, you're gonna get spotted. And when that happens, the entire game flips on its head, instantly. So yeah, what does happen when that patrol finally spots a flicker of movement? Well, this is the moment everything, and I mean everything, goes completely haywire. The AI's entire behavior just shifts. And this is why every single move you make is a calculated risk. If you're out in the open, the enemy spots you on a roll of 11 or more. If you're smart and stick to cover, they need a 15. But here's the real nail-biter. Get within 6 inches of them, and that's it. You're automatically spotted. Game on.
In the second you're spotted, the alert goes up. The hunt is over. You're not the hunter anymore. Now it's an all-out firefight. That random meandering AI, gone. It flips to an aggressive tactical mode. Every single enemy on that board is now actively hunting you.
So once the bullets start flying, things escalate fast. The enemy starts calling for backup, and the battlefield just becomes completely unpredictable. This is what the game calls the spawn phase. After that alert goes up, a fresh group of enemies shows up at a random spot at the end of every single turn. So the pressure just keeps ramping up and up. You are officially on the clock, fighting what feels like a never-ending wave of reinforcements. And get this, combat isn't just about who gets hit. It's also about psychological pressure. If one of your operators takes just 6 points of suppression, and that can be from shots that don't even hit them, just incoming fire whizzing past their head,
they get pinned. That means they're hunkered down, they can't do anything on their next turn. It's such a cool way to model the pure stress of being in a firefight. And as if that's not enough chaos, you've also got the Fog of War deck. This thing throws random curveballs at you. You might draw a card and suddenly, whoops, there's a new enemy patrol right behind you. Or your radio goes dead, so no calling for support. Maybe a sandstorm kicks up and you can't see a thing. It's literally the game's way of saying, yeah, that awesome plan you had, it's not going to work. You have to adapt or you're done. So why does all this matter? Because all these mechanics, they're not just rules. They're designed to tell a story. Every single game gives you this complete narrative arc. You start as this silent, professional infiltrator, and then it all spirals into a desperate, guns-blazing firefight. The only thing that's going to get you out of alive is your own tactical skill. So picture this. You've secured the objective, but you can hear enemy reinforcements closing in from all sides. Your comms are dead. One of your operators is pinned down. Can you make it to the extraction point? That's the kind of question every single game of Haywire leaves you wrestling with. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive.